Hello everyone, this is part 3 of Ghoul Ice Elementalist. I'm Ultraviolent 4. We are worshipping Unarmed, and Unarmed says to us, carry the black torch, rouse the idle dead. Just put a caveat, don't carry a black tiki torch. If you do that, you might find yourself getting punched. Alright, so as far as our skills go, we're currently, it seems kind of weird to say, but we're currently training defense because going into lair, our offense is already, I think, will be sorted for a while. So we've got summon ice beasts going. They're very strong on their own at carrying you through the mid game, but the thing is, we only need to start off levels because with your red, once we get a floor rolling with zombies, that will basically be our offense. So yeah, we're going Invo because I like Invo on my Unarmed characters, and we're very quickly picking up piety. We're at 3 stars at the moment. Once we get to 4, I believe, we'll be able to drain life, and that's really where you get to see Unarmed going nuts. Alright, I guess that's it. Just doing a quick check of our inventory. I think we're good to go. Got a couple of hex books, but yeah, we're fine for the moment. With your red and ice beast, we'll be good for a while. Alright, into lair. Are you ready? Yes. Cool. Let's see, that's a Wand of Confusion. I feel like that's worth just picking up. Sure, why not? It does much the same thing as our Wand of Paralysis does, so it's not really necessary, but I don't know. It's like a brand new confusion wand. Alright, so we do have our zombies camping the stairs here, so we can pull things up, but I would like to try to get some zombies rolling. And because we are at 3 points of Unarmed piety, now when we use our animate, well actually the ability becomes called animate dead, but when we use this it does a whole screen. So once you start winning a fight, you can animate dead during the middle of it. Let's make another ice beast. Let's not have all 3 hit us at the same time though. Alright, good. We've got to be careful of these guys. They hit pretty hard, but fortunately cold attacks do slow them. So both our freeze and also our ice beast attacks will slow them. Alright, let's step away and we'll make another one. We failed it. Okay, alright. I don't mind summoning again once we get the Komodo dragon off us. Okay, alright, oh we're good. Alright, well, because as I was saying, my plan was to animate dead when we started winning that fight, but we didn't get any corpses. Also, we're starving. Alright, we got our first Unarmed gift. So as your piety goes, but as Unarmed gives you more and more gifts, they start getting stronger. Or they start tending towards the stronger ones. So this is not a bad start. The flying skulls, they're pretty weak. They will just die. So there's not really a lot you can do trying to keep them alive. Let's eat one of these. Gets rid of, we're pretty rotted actually. We're 97 HP of 105. So that is the downside of trying to animate dead everything. But yeah, until you get your really stronger followers, and even then, it's not like BO where your followers are leveling up. So I don't know. I don't really try to look after them too much. Gonna enchant our cloak, and that was fair. Okay. I was just thinking, well first of all let's get rid of our rot again. But I was just thinking we should probably learn throw icicle. Okay, so it's at 41% chance to fail. Probably we would have to train a bit of conjurations to throw that. with any reliability. Do I want to? I mean, I guess we can throw frost at stuff, but it's not very powerful. Throw icicle does pack a much bigger punch. Maybe we'll just do a few levels. So we'll start training it. It's a -2 aptitude, and I don't really want to go into conjurations ultimately. So we're not going to go too crazy. But let's just train a few levels and see how that's affecting our ability to throw icicles. Conjurations to 1. It's already, well, it's 38 already. Yeah, we'll see. Wand of Lightning. I'm just going to drop that. And turn it off in auto pickup. Actually, no, we probably, okay, never mind, we probably should have it. Well, we just found a new wand. Let's check out that one. Enslavement. Enslavement's powerful. In some ways, it kind of doesn't do much that we don't already do. Once we start killing stuff, we're kind of enslaving it. Ring of Stealth, may as well have it. Okay, we got a white. And this is basically what's going to happen. We're going to build up these armies of undead followers. We're going to build up massive zombie packs. And basically, so this floor, we're not finished with it yet, but it's basically won. Like, now that we've got this big zombie army, we've got a pack of followers. At this point, it's really hard to die. And especially when we get Drain Life going. The danger will be when we start new floors. But even then, once we start getting the really strong undead followers, who can follow us between floors, yeah. So you will see soon. Alright, so the zombies won't come, but I can still recall my allies. So it's going to give me all the permanent ones, which at the moment it's just 2 flying skulls and a white, but we can take them with us to the new floor. So if we had a Hydra or something right here, these guys would kind of distract for us. Alright, so it looks like we got Spider, but okay, what I was going to say, you can usually use your followers to avoid getting hexed, but we did anyway. Okay, that guy did a lot more damage than I was anticipating. Black Mambas hit pretty hard on their own, so even though we are poison immune, they're still a credible melee threat. Crocodile nearby. And I like how we're still just using freeze as our main means to kill things. Another one of acid. Very good. Good. Enchant armor. We could put it on our cloak, but I feel like we're going okay. Good. So that was Spider. I'm just thinking for, I don't know, both are probably equivalent, as in they're both just as good. Spider zombies are really strong because you get so many of them that they just overwhelm other spiders. But each individual Naga zombie is really strong too, and they can constrict. So your red's very useful in both of those branches. And I was going to check something. Throw icicles at 32%, and that's with our conjurations to 3. That's making me regret this decision because it's looking like we're going to have to train it up to something like, well, it's probably going to have to be like Summon Ice Beast, right? Because that's also a level 4 spell. So you should have thought that before. For that we had to bring them to 9 each. And I don't really want to train 9 conjurations. So unless we train more ice magic, that's not going to work. Okay. Well, I regret that decision. We got a little bit of bonus conjurations for science, I guess. Oh, that was an artifact dagger. Okay. It should be testing that. Yeah, there it is. It's sort of blending in with the fruit and the plants. Not gonna wield it though. So we're gonna wait until we have, it's probably gonna be a while. We've still got a potion, and we've still, for a long time, we've been carrying around this scorched scale meal. What potions don't we know? So you do /- you can see what items you've not come across before. Cancellation experience mutation. Mutation does nothing to us because we can't be mutated. I think it erodes our stats a little bit. Hey, we got a mummy. But cancellation can be quite valuable, so I don't just want to quaff that. Although if we found 2 of it at this stage, it's probably more likely to be mutation than it is cancellation. But still, wouldn't rather not risk that. We can summon our mummy to us. It's the testing part of the floor, the very beginning, where once that's over and we start building up this army like we have, then we're good. So we got shoals, which would be generally harder than swamp. Something I wanted to point out, so we do have claws as a ghoul, but we don't chop off hydra heads with them. It's only when you have claws 3 that you actually chop hydra heads. So that's a troll naturally, or if you're, say, a demon spawn with full levels of the claws mutation. So we're starting to die here. So let's. Oh, we are very nearly dying. We have drain life, but we can also just step away. I don't really want to demonstrate drain life while we're risking our life. If we just step back, our undead armies will do it. And then if something else comes that we're afraid of, then we'll drain life them. Maybe we should do it now. No, I think our undead dudes are going to win. Especially when we get that merfolk to help us. Okay, so that was, I wasn't really paying attention there. I just walked up the top to go pick up the net, and I didn't really think about what I was doing there. As always in Crawl, hubris is one of the main dangers. And just because we're Ured does not make us invincible. That's kind of how I feel a little bit, but that's really dangerous, as we just saw there. If you ever get cocky and Crawl, you're going to die. Here's a siren. So she can mesmerize us, but we've got a pretty good set of troops here. And freeze is really good against the blink frogs because they get slowed. Alright, good. Just unrot a bit. Good old freeze. See, I've kind of already just forgotten about using Ice Beast. I don't tend to use summon Ice Beast a lot as a spell. Hey, wizardry lets us throw icicle. There you go. So we did it. Alright, so now I can throw icicle with that. The ring of wizardry. Let's drop the stealth. Okay, but yeah, as I was saying, Ice Beast is a really good spell, but I don't tend to use it often because I just prefer not to. Walking around casting it everywhere. So yeah, with this army I've already kind of forgotten to do it. Alright, that's good. On we go. Can step behind our dudes so that we don't get petrified. New wand, a wand of polymorph. That one I am gonna drop. Anything that you can hex to polymorph, you probably would rather just paralyze. And Just gonna eat our meat rations. Not worried about, you're never gonna starve to death on a ghoul, it's impossible. So eating your permafood is, well, you shouldn't be worried about it anyway, but especially as a ghoul, you're never gonna need it. Although I do wonder, if food gets removed, which I think is actually more likely to be sooner than later. I hear little birds talking. I'm not sure what they're going to do with species that have strange food behavior like ghouls. Okay, these dudes, I guess we hit them with our flail of protection. We can take them upstairs. Hey, we got our own wraith, that's pretty funny. We can take them upstairs to these zombies if we're worried, but I'm not really. These wraiths tell us that Josephine is around. And how's our piety? We don't have 5. Once we get to 5 piety, we'll have the ability to enslave soul something, which, well, I'll talk about it more when we get there. Josephine. It's just, oh, she's got Dispel Undead, so she actually just wrecks any zombies that we send at her. Actually, that means she also wrecks us now that I think about it. Come on, guys. Alright, good. The ice piece. Got her. Okay, and we'll bring this wraith. No, we can just fight him. We've got 3 ice beasts and a Josephine zombie. Josephine the human zombie. I don't know why that's funny, but it is. Go freeze. Oh, more artifact things. Yeah. Carrying all these around for their potential resists on them. Or potential, say, +10 int or something like that. So, like with this Great Mace, it's got MR plus on it, which we can always put on if we're worried about, say, Louise or someone banishing us. Where did you go? Blinked out of this universe. Let's make some ice beasts to help. Okay. Eat back our rot. I'm not at this stage as well. Once we've got Drain Life and we've got almost 10 Invo already, I'm no longer really worried about carrying around chunks to heal with. The amount that you heal, oh dear, okay, so we just blew up all our friends, sorry. That was a scroll of holy word, my bad. Your red will overlook that if you do it accidentally, but if you forgave our inadvertent holy act just this once. There's a siren. We're about to get arrested. But if you read it knowingly, again, you're going to get in trouble. And I forgot what I was saying. I know I had a very good point. Yeah, so the heal that you get from chunks does increase with your experience level. So it's not like it falls off. It does remain strong as you progress in the game. But you can also just make undead dudes and use Drain Life to get healing back if we want to. The Death Yaks are kind of scary, but if we can basically make them fight 3 or 4 things at once. I don't know if we can do this. And then as we start killing them, we can make Death Yak zombies. So if we can manage to kill, say, I don't know that we can. We definitely don't want to get hit by multiple. Yeah, we don't really want to get hit by any of them. They're too strong. So I can show you a Drain Life just for science. So the way that it works, not that I need it here, and actually to show you I'm wasting a bit of piety. Not a big deal. I mean, we're delaying our potential good God gift followers, but that's okay. So the way that Drain Life works is that it drains the life force of nearby creatures, basically everything on the screen, and it heals the user for half of the damage it does. It's increased by invocations, yeah. And this is the main reason that I like really spamming my invocation skill on my red followers. So the more living things you have on the screen, doesn't work for demons or any undead, etc. But the more you have on the screen, the more absurd the healing is. So we've got 1, 2, 5 death yaks. Could have just looked over here, it would have actually said the 5. But anyway, so let's do a drain life, which is that button. We draw life from our surroundings, and we basically go back to full health. And the more we train this, the stronger it's going to get. It only costs you, it's a relatively small amount of piety for how insane of a heal it is. I guess 6 magic points is a lot, but as long as you have living things around and you have the ability to drain life, you can just live forever. Well, not forever, but you get the point. Let's eat, we're starving. Well, I've got zombies upstairs, so I mean, we can stare against these guys up. We can bring one up, and then we can call in our bros as we get a wraith. Okay, so this is probably the best way to do this is probably just to stare dance these guys up. We've done a lot of this floor anyway, so I'm not really too worried about having a zombie presence on this floor. So yeah, we'll just pull them up. Good. We're gonna eat him to get our rot back. And I think we lost our wraith. We did. Okay. I should have told him to stay. So when you press T for the command menu, you can then do G to do guard. That's not relevant for these zombies because they're always gonna stay on the floor anyway. But for your permanent followers, if you want them to stay around rather than follow you, you need to do that before you stare dance. Yeah, so strong. Alright, on we go. We've got 1 Death Axe zombie with us. Which is fine. A Death Axe zombie is still extremely strong. We've got 6 AC. How much should we do? Do we want to get optimal here? We can work out how much benefit we're getting. So this is base armor 5, our ring mail. The cloak is 1 and the helmet is 1, so we've got 7 AC. So you do AC 7 to the bot. He says every 3.14 armor skill we get 1 AC. So we want to train to, what have we done? We've done 6. So if we just do another 2.8 skill, so if we get to 6.3, I believe we get an extra AC out of that. I believe that's how it works for armor training. Unless you actually get to the break point to give you a whole AC point, I don't think you get fractions of it. So I don't know this for sure, but for instance, I'm pretty sure we just have 15 AC. We don't have 15.4 hiding in the background somewhere or something like that. Here's a Catoblepus. Oh. He's doing the streak command, having never won before. Oh, I feel bad. Alright, so a Catoblepus is kind of scary, but we've got, what have we got? A Death Yak and some sort of rat. So what am I doing? That one. So we can take him up. We could also just make some... well, we need to get off the stairs now. Whoa, he's just going ham. Okay. Well, our ice beasts are going to do nothing when they're all just getting petrified. This guy's insane. Dude, calm down. Okay, we'll just bring him back upstairs. We can get our Death Axe zombie to help. Yeah, that should do it. With the help of couple of ice beasts, and then we can throw icicles. Did that miss? I don't know, but he's finally dead. Did we get a corpse? No. Alright. A recharging scroll. The most useful one that we have is digging, which we have plenty of, and acid, which we don't know how charged it is already. So we're going to hold on to that for the moment. And I've picked up the Young Poisoner's Handbook, which has Olgreb's Toxic Radiance in it. Let's have a look. I believe, yeah, ghouls are not bad at poison magic, as in they have a 0 aptitude. So I'm very tempted to learn Olgreb's Toxic Radiance. It does not affect any of our zombies or any of our undead followers, so we can always cast it to do AoE damage while we sit back behind an army. Especially because we have the Spider's Nest where everything is vulnerable to poison. I think that's actually very worthwhile picking up. And maybe even might be worth learning Poisonous Vapors too, because it gives us the ability to smite target, shoot things. Well, in any case, let's learn Olgreb's first. I'm going to put it on maybe S, and I'm going to make a macro for it. Alright, so we're going to need to turn on our poison magic training. This is kind of stretching our skills a little thin. It's not something that I normally worry about too much, but we'll soon be turning our armor off anyway. So that's okay. Not going to train air just for poisonous. Let's just learn Poisonous Vapors. So we've got it. Put that on D maybe. Alright. So yeah, not going to train air for that. Our poison magic will carry it. Oh hey, we've got a ring. We've just been picking up stuff. We've just been ignoring it. Protection from magic. Really good. Let's have a look. The main thing, so the Ring of Ice, I've been using for a spell boost, will not boost our freeze. It's already max power, but does kind of boost the others. But then again, the spell power for Summon Ice Beast isn't that important. It does make your guys a little stronger, but generally speaking, spell power for summoning isn't too crucial. I think even with the ability to step behind our followers, I'd probably rather have the MR. If we were relying more on conjurations to blow stuff up, I'd care more about spell power. But yeah. It's basically, that is the very mistake that our last Ice Elementalist made. We had a ring of protection from magic, but my reasoning was, if we see any hexes, we'll step behind our mushrooms. And then look what happened. Paralyzed to death by an enemy who did not even notice. So not going to make the same mistake again. Let's just put the MR ring on. Your brain hurts. Okay. We're sort of dying, but not really, because we always have drain life. To just look at that, we went back to full health. I don't know the actual number, you'd have to do a slow motion replay, but that healing is just as powerful as, say, Ellie's greater healing, but much more spammable. It's stronger as well, because in addition to healing you back to full health, is also killing everything on your screen. Yeah, I love you, Red. I don't actually want to say best god because I love Theo so much, but strongest god. It's funny, I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of people seem to be uncomfortable playing your red because I get it was mutation. So particularly when people are asking for advice on what god they should play if they're doing a species they're not very comfortable with, like say a Feelid, I'll say just pick your red and let your red carry for the game. And I often find that people are quite reluctant because I don't know why, but your red's it's not a difficult god. Just get the zombie army, train lots of invocations so that you can drain life and never die, and then before the end of the game, train some means of killing stuff. So your red does fall off a little bit. Usually, though, it's not until about Zot 5, I would say. Let's get back upstairs. Going a bit ham there. Oh, thank you. Flying skulls. So once you do start getting to orbs of fire, most of your undead just get blown up. It's not quite like Bio, where your Orc Warlords just have so much DPS, and you have the Smite ability, so you can just kill the orbs of fire immediately. When you're your red, you do actually have to fight them, so your undead often does die in Zot 5. But it's kind of like, I don't know, I guess it's kind of like when you're playing something like a Spriggan Enchanter, where your hex book will take you through all of the game until Zot 5. So you've got a whole game to train shadow creatures or Orb of Destruction or some sort of weapon skill or something like that. That's basically like your red. You just chill, you just let your red carry you, and you see what you find in your game. And as long as you train some alternative means to kill things before Zot 5, it should be pretty good. This is a lot of things. Let's just go back up. Let's tell our dudes to chill here. So we do TG to guard the area. And then we go down, we bring them back up. This looks terrifying because we're surrounded by all these enemies. But, so we nearly die, but then we drain life. And hey, we're nearly healed again. Good old drain life. And then we're not rotted at all. So we'll just raise these guys. Now we just continue on again. Just as a disclaimer, this is an old account. Okay, I'm not judging you, slave to a mark. You have a Dwarf Fortress reference name. So, you're cool in my eyes. Okay, just make one final zombie before we go. Heal up. No time passes when you're not on a floor. So it's not like the zombies are dying while we're resting up here. We'll just bring these up though. Cool. And then we can recall everyone in, so we'll get our flying skulls back. Alright, it's a swamp ending. So we get a bit of a taste of what swamp might have been like if we had rolled it instead of shoals. But the way that I like to do this is to do around the outside first. Should not have raised that last one. We're near starving. Yeah, there we go. We'll eat this guy. That's better. Man. It's always so amusing when you're on lair 6 or this far into the game and you're using your level 1 spell to kill stuff. I don't know why I find that funny, but just freezing things at this point. Scroll blinking. We wasted it. Alright, around the outside. The middle, we've seen a couple of the enemies that are in here. So you get a lot of tyrant leeches, a lot of vampire mosquitoes, spiny frogs, also hydras. We have not seen any of those yet. Your red just gave us a phantasmal warrior, so our gifts are starting to get stronger. They're really good. Not only do they do insane amounts of damage, but they sort of sweep around, which is good and bad. They can sweep into danger, but it also means they don't just get trapped in hallways behind you. They'll actually proactively help you out. by swooping around. Look at him go. He's gonna die though. This is a ghost. Meme Lord's Ghost, the Minotaur Berserker. I believe this is Demise who's speedrunning. Can hit for up to 42. I don't know why he's on lair 6 if he's speedrunning. Should, well, at least in my world record run I skipped lair 6. He should be fairly underleveled though. And look at this army. So we'll just stay away from him and let everything else take him out. It doesn't matter how strong an enemy is. If it's surrounded by 8 of your dudes, they will just get overwhelmed. No, we don't need more drain lives. Maybe we do. We just got frozen, which means our walking speed is lowered. So let's drain life. We'll go back to full. We don't hurt Demise's ghost with that. I was about to say, we're frozen. We're likely to actually just get nailed here. So we'll step behind our dudes. Okay, we're no longer frozen. Let's see. I'm just thinking. Probably want to do a recall here. So everyone gets on top of us again. And they'll re-swarm Demise. And then we'll just wait up. Well, hopefully all this stuff takes him out. Meme Lord. Yep, goodbye Meme Lord. Good old drain life. Okay, we're very hungry again, so I'm just going to go over there and eat this ghost. Oh right, I forgot, we're going to turn armor off. Alright, well, let's turn off now. We don't get an extra AC until we get to 9.4 or so. Alright, and should I focus poison? Yes. We're not in a huge hurry to get Orgrebs, but it is a very nice power boost. Nessos. Alright. We are still not at enslaved soul level yet. Every time I'm seeing a unique that I might want to enslave, I'm checking, but we still don't have the piety for him. He's really hexable. So if we ever get a clear shot at him, we just want to paralyze one him. Problem is our undead's too strong. It's just killing him. Yeah. Actually don't need to hex him. Okay, well there you go. We got a clear shot. No. It's too powerful. He's got another artifact thing. So a shimmering morning star. We're going to pick that up too. We're still severely lacking in the identify scrolls department. But one day we'll check all these weapons. Electric eel. Just casually walking up to him. Taking electric shocks. Probably not too wise. Go dudes. Because this could be your feeled. You could just be sitting here AFK, draining life whenever you get in trouble, while all your dudes and all your summons and everything just do all the work for you. This could be you. I need to get people more comfortable with your red. And we need to drop stuff. We're carrying too many artifacts. Oh, we got a glittering ring. Oh man. With how rare identify scrolls have been, I really want to just put this on. We've got remove curse. I mean, at worst it could be drain because we can't be contaminated. So let's do it. Strength plus 4 scene viz. Yeah. Would rather just have wizardry on as a general ring. But we want to keep this for the scene viz. Is that true? Yeah, okay. Just thinking, wait, do we have Scene Viz on a hat? No, we didn't. We got a second Phantasmal Warrior. These guys are gonna do, if one wasn't strong enough, having two is gonna basically just kill everything. Let's drop that Wand of Confusion. I've changed my mind. I was happy picking it up when we had extra slots. Not anymore. Sergey's Ghost. He was in the chat before. He's gone. Okay. Well, again, what is he? He was a halfling scout who's really tanky and hits for 27 damage, which isn't much, but really, again, we're just going to go AFK and our team is going to kill him. I'm just hitting my wait button. I guess we can fight this Black Mamba on our own while everyone else kills Sergey. It's kind of not a very fair fight. Alright. Now that our floor is feeling pretty explored and we've got these two Phantasmal Warriors, I don't mind eating more. Glowing Staff of Summoning. No, not going to bother with. As I said before, but spell power isn't very important on summonings, so yeah. Using it as an enhancer stave is not very good. Here's a third ghost. I'm not 100% sure about this, but we've had 3 ghosts on this one floor. My understanding of having multiple ghosts on the one floor is that they were dying to the ghosts. So let's see. We can test out this theory. So this is Spasmo, and he died on a Deep Elf Earth Elementalist on lair 6. He died to a Hydra. Well, he might have been the first one. Maybe you don't have to actually die to the ghost, you just have to die on the floor where the ghost is. So did he see any of these other ghosts? Not that I can tell. Alright, let's try Sergey. He was a halfling something, and he was on lair 6 as well. If you learn these bot commands, it can be really useful. So he died to a Rhyme Drake. Had he seen any of the ghosts? No. So maybe I'm just wrong, and you can just get a whole bunch of different ghosts just spawning on the same floor. Okay, never mind. That's fake news. Well, let's tell everyone to go. He's a caster ghost, so let's see what he's got. Stone Arrow on ghosts can be a lot of damage, but again, he's just gonna get overwhelmed by all of our army, so not too threatening. Also, we do not need a sling anymore. I argued for keeping it last time, but we can do so many other different things from range. Alright, this time I think we can just fight the Death Yak pack. I'm gonna step back. I mean, I can help out with some freezes, but... Alright, good. So they got that guy, so then I just summon them all back. Good. The +7 Great Mace Undead Hunter. I wonder if we're allowed to wield that. I doubt we are. Let's see. We actually are. Okay, that's interesting. We're not going to train that because that's a great mace. It requires 20 skill level in maces for melee. But that thing absolutely destroys undead. It does more damage than Holy Wrath weapons do. Staff of Air? It's Arlek. We've got to go and spider at some point where there are spark wasps. They're the ones, not shock serpents. So it's probably worth just carrying this around as RLEC if we really need it. Alright, and then I guess we can have a look at this ring mail. It's just a cursed +0 ring mail, great. Let's also make some space by just dropping these random books. We probably actually don't need any of these. Is there anything here we want to learn? Fitted Cloud, not really. Cause Fear, not really. Although it's at 50% even without actually training any hexes. Do we have a Fierce Scroll? We've got 2. Okay, so we're not in a huge hurry for that. Other than that, not really. Using actual hexes like Cause Fear or Confuse or Takima's Dance, even if you can cast them with a wizardry on, hexes do absolutely care about spell power because you won't effectively do anything. Alright, so back to our ring now. Maybe I've become so impatient, let's just do it. Okay, so this one does have the Contam on it, but we can't get mutated. Although, let's test. I think it will ruin our stats. Not that one, that one. Really take it off, yep. So you get contaminated, alright. We're not going to get mutated, but as that contamination goes away, our stats will rot. Look at this sweet... I don't know, I want to say under our armor, we're wearing a onesie. That's awesome. Look at that. I almost don't want to wear armor because that's so awesome looking. Alright, we lost 1 int. That's fine. We'll get that back as we get experience. Alright, so that's our lair done. We're going to wrap that one up here. Have we found Orc yet? We have. It's on D11. So on the next one, we're going to head into Orc. We've very nearly got Ogreb's castable. Not that we need it, because really everything in Orc is living and they become zombies. So it's basically, if you got your red, how do you die? It's impossible, right? But we're going to get Ogreb's going. It will help us out there. And then, yeah, that's where we're going next. So join me in the next one if you want to see that. Bye.